One thing a lot of us are talking about, especially across the eastern coast and the southeast, is this potential for some snow, freezing rain as we head into our Wednesday and Thursday.
And you know what? A lot of people have been talking about the cold and the snow. So what's different about this storm? Well, we actually have winter storm warnings from coastal Florida all the way up towards the coastal Carolina. So we need to get an idea of what's happening here. We want to bring in Mark Bacon, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service there in Wilmington, North Carolina. Thanks so much for joining us, Mark. Give us an idea of what we're expecting with the storm system in your area.
Well, there's going to be an area of low pressure that develops east of the Florida Peninsula and starts moving slowly north and eastward. And as it does so with this Arctic air mass that we have in place across much of the eastern part of the nation, some light rain, freezing rain, and sleet will break out Wednesday morning, probably late Wednesday morning, along the immediate coast. And then just a few hours thereafter, probably all snow a little bit further in, including into the I-95 corridor. And that mixed precipitation that I talked about along the immediate coast should change over to all snow by late Wednesday afternoon or evening and continue into Wednesday night before it tapers off probably into the early morning hours of Thursday, ending as an all snow event. We don't expect the ice accumulations to be too bad at this point. We think it will be much more of a snow event than an ice event, and probably a general 1 to 2 inches of accumulation. But 2 inches this far south is warning criteria, so we do plan on probably upgrading our current winter weather watch to a winter storm watch to a winter storm warning with the afternoon forecast package.
And Mark, now the southeast especially not usually used to any type of winter precipitation or the cold like this. So as we head into today, and tomorrow, any changes in this path of the low pressure system could mean changes to the snow totals and what exactly you're going to see now. When you continue to look at the models, what is it telling you personally?
Well, the latest model that came in is the 12Z NAM model, and it has been struggling with a westward bias with this storm, and it continues to do so even this morning. It shows the low being much closer to the coast, and what that does here along the immediate coast, like in the Wilmington vicinity and the Myrtle Beach area, that would mean that more warm air is able to sneak in over the surface layer, and it would mean a more serious ice event. It would also argue that the accumulating snow that we have in our current forecast along the immediate coast would probably be need to be nudged westward 30 to 60 miles. But like I said, we're not currently buying that solution. The model's been showing a westward bias for the past several days, but it is one of the main things that we will look at when we're getting our afternoon package together, collaborating with our neighbors and the Weather Prediction Center. So the current forecast that we have now, if it were to be hung closely upon a model, is kind of a blend of the GFS, which doesn't come out for another hour or two, and the European model.
Alrighty, and obviously if we have a storm system that's tracking a little bit closer to the coast, you said a more significant icing event, and that's something that we don't want here in the coastal Carolinas because not a lot of people are used to the driving conditions. What can we expect as far as the roads are concerned and business closures? Do you think that's going to be a big probability as we head into the day tomorrow?
Yeah, probably, and I suspect we'll spend a lot of time on the phone today with the schools. They'll be trying to make some decisions. We were just talking about how they might be able to squeeze in a half day tomorrow, depending on how far inland they are, depending on what time the precipitation will arrive. We've had a couple of nights now where lows have been certainly below freezing, and even into the teens. So the soil temperatures have been cooling off rather rapidly. So that's going to allow the snow and ice to stick better than it would have had this event occurred, say, a couple of weeks ago.
It's true. We have been dealing with temperatures starting off some places in the single digits. So if we do get that warmer air, that could lead to, once again, yeah, as you said, freezing rain event easily. But as of right now, you said you are leaning more towards a snow event. But still, for anyone out there, before we let you go, what do your final words, final warning for them as we head into Wednesday?
Avoid unnecessary travel. If you do have to travel, allow yourself plenty of extra time, drive slow, keep a lot of space between you and the vehicle in front of you.
Alrighty, and that's just some good news and some pretty general knowledge that everybody needs to take into consideration. Mark, thank you so much.